Go in 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, it's your boy Cino. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today we are doing an interview with a gamer. Today we're going to be interviewing BDrew. Can you say a few words, BDrew?
Yeah, cheers Cino for having me. I saw your video with Crispy Chris 62 and I just had to get in on this interview with a gamer. It's definitely a brilliant idea and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. Cheers.
Heck yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by and thank you for showing a interest in this. It was really a big passion of mine to start it. But anyways, man, what we wanted to talk about today is what I have to ask, because I didn't ask Crispy and I want to ask you, what's your passion? What drives you to play games and to post stuff up and to put yourself out there?
Well, firstly, what drives me to play games is, and I've said it in a video of mine, I just love how lost you get in the story. Like some people like to read books, some people like to watch movies, and I like all those things too. But with games, it's there on the screen. You're immersed in this world, and it's like no other. Like as great as books and films are, and music and whatever your other passions are, gaming is just outstanding, and you just get lost in what you're doing. I lose hours in gaming, and it's just something that I really am passionate about, and I hope it comes out in my YouTube videos, because when I'm talking about something that I really enjoy, like Halo or Gears of War or Fable or anything like that, it just comes out in me completely, and it's something I really like.
Oh yeah, man. By the way, nice kill there. Oh, hello. A little intermission, guys. Sorry about this. This is what gaming's all about, randomness. But yeah, no, dude. God, hold on.
God, this was very much improv, guys.
Yeah.
Didn't expect this to happen.
Not at all. But anyways, man, I guess it's a good time to ask you, what games did you grow up with? What games did you, I know that you live in a different part of the world than me. What games, like, did you get into Mario or games like that?
Well, growing up, I had the Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, the original Nintendo. I think it was the original. I used to play games like Duck Shooter, Mario, and one of my most favourite games that I think back on, me and my younger brother used to play it all the time on the Super Nintendo, and it was a Pokemon game. It was like called Pokemon like Coliseum, I think.
Pokemon Stadium.
That's the one, Pokemon Stadium. Oh my god,
yes.
Memories of that game.
Oh my god.
That was probably one of my first ever proper experiences, because I would play on that for days. And I had the Pikachu Super Nintendo as well.
Oh my god, dude, that brings back so many memories, dude. I remember whenever I was playing Pokemon, I first started off whenever Game Boys had no color at all. Oh my god, that brings back memories. Oh. Man,
I've never had a Game Boy.
Really? Really?
I had a game. Well, I asked for a Game Boy Advance for one Christmas years ago, and my younger brother broke it within a day of me having it, and I never had one since. So I could have had a Game Boy, but it just never happened. It never worked out.
Oh man, you missed out on some really good gaming. I remember playing Pokemon for like days on days.
Yeah, I had my Pokemon and my Jungle Book game at the ready, and I never actually got a chance to play it. But luckily, I still had my Super Nintendo, because the fun I had on that. Mario as well. Mario, like the first like 3D one they brought out, where you could run around and save the princess and stuff like that. Oh my god, so many good games that system had.
Heck yeah, man, that's awesome, man. Man, I love, yeah. Hey, I know that me and you both play on the Xbox One, and I know you have a passion for Xbox, but I have a question for you. Out of all the systems out there, including PC, Wii U, and all that good stuff, what system out there do you think has the potential for the future? Not so much just now, I mean in future terms.
Well, it's safe to say that, like, well, this is an obvious thing to say, really, but all four systems now, the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Wii U, and PC, they all target a particular audience, and with more, obviously, like, so everyone's got their preference, but one of the main reasons for me that I have chose the Xbox One was because I know that I've invested in a system that will be here in like years and years to come. And with all the stuff that's come to light with like Windows 10 and DirectX 12, in answer to your question, I think the Xbox is definitely the most future-proofed console. It's become more and more clear over the last year, even just the last year alone, that it was built for the future and it had the future in mind from day one. And we're really starting to see some of the original plans that may not have been so apparent at first, but now they're definitely starting to show light. DirectX 12 and Windows 10 being one of them.
Heck yeah, man. You know, honestly, whenever I heard about DirectX 12, I didn't even. It was one of those things that I didn't even notice at first because you know, Windows is always coming out with something new, something interesting, and some things just get looked over. I know everybody was making DirectX 12 videos and stuff like that, and I actually got into it. And all the graphical stuff that they're going to be doing, the enhancements to the Kinect and all that, I'm loving that. I'm loving that Microsoft is looking towards the future and not just right now.
Totally, mate. And that's the thing. Like, to me, it seems to be the only console or system in general out of all four that's actually doing anything regarding future. Even if you want to look at the smaller picture, even like the monthly updates, like even that in itself, that is evolution. And with every month, we're seeing a new thing brought to our system to make it the better system, and it's getting better. And we've been guaranteed monthly updates every month to the end of its life cycle. And I've been following like the Tick podcasts and been reading about DirectX 12, Windows 10 monthly updates, the hardware, and the Xbox. Quite simply, the machine you're looking at now, you will not recognize what it'll be pumping out in the next like 10 years. It's got a huge future ahead of it.
Well,
So yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable.
well, yeah. Think about it like this. I mean, I played the original Xbox 360, the games on that, and man, the games from that time period to the end of the 360 were completely different. Like it was beautiful by its end. And I can't wait to see
totally.
can't wait to see the end of the Xbox One. I mean, not right now. I'm just saying I can't wait to see 10 years what they're able to accomplish and what they're able to do. But you also mentioned something. Sorry for cutting you off there, but you mentioned something that was really interesting to me. You said something about a podcast, and I know that Crispy Chris 62 have a podcast. What drove you to start a podcast with Crispy Chris? All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, sorry about that. There was some audio issues and a few days of delay, but we have finally got to where we got together again. And again, thank you for coming to this channel, BDrew. It's good having you here.
No, cheers, C-Note. I mean, I suppose it's quite funny now. We can look back and laugh, but we were well and truly bouncing off one another with what we were talking about. And it was only the day after we'd done the interview we realised that it cut about 2/3 of it out. Like you couldn't hear what we were saying. So yeah, we've after this intermission, we've decided to continue and try and rebuild where we left off.
Exactly.
But thank you for having me.
Oh, not a problem, man. What we were talking about before was how you and Crispy Chris decided to actually start the podcast. How your passion for that aroused.
Well, the beauty of it is, the funny story is, me and Chris didn't actually plan anything. Like, we are both very passionate YouTubers. We both love what we do. We both love talking games. And it was quite funny, really. We were both in a party, because we like to party up and just talk. We were doing what we're doing now. We were just playing a bit of Assassin's Creed Unity, if I remember correctly. And then, and we were just talking, and we were like, it just hit us then. It was like, it was just like, we should just do a podcast. We got so much. This is not literally what we said to one another. We were like, we love talking about games, and we love talking about gaming and gaming news and gaming topics. We should just do our own podcast. And we were like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. And within that day, that very evening, after talking about it, we done our pilot. So there was no planning whatsoever. We literally just done it random as hell. And now we're 7 episodes later and we're loving it and people are watching. Like we're getting like nearly 80 views a podcast, and it's like such a good feeling. I can't believe people actually watch us. It's brilliant.
And to me, that's an amazing thing to be able to come into something and just two people have such an amazing chemistry and be able to just talk for an hour and about just gaming discussions, anything really, and just have a good time during it. That, in my opinion, is amazing, and it's kind of inspiring to kind of watch y'all just get on there and do what y'all do.
Oh mate, it's incredible. Like we've even done one episode. I think it was episode 2. We just talked about zombies, because another thing we like as well as gaming is our TV shows, and we like The Walking Dead, and we love zombies. And it's an interest that we both have. So we just thought, let's just do an episode on zombies. It had little to do with gaming, but it was just a lot of fun to do. And it's just a way of airing out the washing, really. We just get together like me and you are now in a party and just talk, but it's live for anyone to watch. It is really fun, considering we done it randomly and didn't intend anything to come of it. I don't think we even expected to do more than one episode, but we really enjoy it. I think we're going to be doing one soon. We'll have to have you on as a guest, C-Note. We have to do that one day.
Heck yeah, man. Just tell me anytime. I'll be more than willing to come onto your channel and have a little bit of fun.
No, definitely, man. It's brilliant.
So, okay, we've talked about podcasts, we've talked about old games, we've talked about remastering and stuff like that. If I remember right, we talked about remastering. But
Yeah.
my question to you is, what games do you see in the near future that you're super excited about? Because honestly, I'm excited about that new Scalebound. There hasn't been a lot of information on it, but I'm super excited about that game. What are you excited about?
Well, funny you say Scalebound. I mean, I know they've only shown us that one trailer and not really much else. I'm hoping they go into more detail at E3, but that does look a very good game. But for me, personally, obviously, I'm a huge Halo fan. I am looking forward to Halo. But as a new game, unseen before, for me, I'm really quite excited for The Division. I know that's not an Xbox exclusive, and I've only seen a few minutes of gameplay here and there. I haven't seen a whole lot, but from what I have seen, it just looks incredible. So massive, so open world, and the UIs and the AIs, sorry, it looks such a smart, well presented, well done game. And it's Ubisoft. I loved Assassin's Creed Unity, so I'm really excited for that game.
Exactly, man. Oh my God, you actually talked about a game right there that I should have mentioned first, because that first-person shooters are my thing, and Tom Clancy's The Division just looks so good. I mean, it's third person like GTA, but dude, just to be able to, like, they have this thing on there. What is it? You can, while your friends are on the game playing and they need some help tagging some people, your friends can get on their tablets while they're watching a movie or something and help out real quick and then log off.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like, it's really it's trying to utilize like other stuff as well around you, so you're not just you're not just tied down to having to go onto your Xbox. Although that's obviously how me personally would prefer to play the game. But if you are if you're somewhere where you can't get to your Xbox and you just want to quickly do a little thing or two on your tablet or your phone, assuming you can do it on your phone as well, but we know you can do it on a tablet. It just looks so incredible. Honestly, from what I've read and heard about that game, I'm honestly so excited for it. It looks like I was saying that Assassin's Creed Unity for me was a very well presented game. It had a few glitches here and there, of course, but overall, like as a whole, it was a very well presented game, and it definitely did for me scream out next gen because of the amount of AIs and how large the city was and all the stuff going on at once. Unbelievable. And the Division looks like that on steroids. It looks even bigger and better again, and it's got so much going on. And the gameplay footage, like aside from graphics and visuals, just the talking, like the background, the characters talking to you, and oh man, I could go on all day talking about
Oh
that.
my
Like,
God.
just from what I've seen, I cannot wait to play it. And
Exactly.
with friends especially.
Exactly, man. And you know, that's the whole thing about gaming that I've noticed that people have kind of lost because of a bunch of competitive games. It's just the art of coming together and having fun on a game. It's one of those things that I'm a big part of the Call of Duty community, and to see that the Call of Duty community go where it has. I'm kind of disappointed in that community, but I see that another community is growing, and it's the community of just getting together and having fun, and that's the biggest thing, is just to come together and have fun. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh mate, totally. Like, frankly, that's what gaming's all about at the end of the day. I mean, one of my pet hates in the gaming community as a whole is like animosity against your fellow gamer for like their preference in console, or if they're a PC gamer, Xbox gamer, a PS4 gamer. End of the day, like you just said, gaming's all about coming together and having fun. And and honestly, with especially with big AAA titles like Call of Duty, like Halo, like Gears of War, like The Division, you, what better time? We're in a world like, when I think back at like, I know this is getting a bit deep now, but I'm just gonna say it. Why not? When I think of like my grandparents, and all they had was like bloody dominoes, like bloody or dice or board games and stuff like that, and they'd be sitting in a circle in the living room next to the fireplace having a blast, playing Monopoly or whatever board games were available back then, or Scrabble. And then there's us with this technology, all these amazing games with these unbelievable storylines, unbelievable visuals. You mean it's like virtual reality. You're playing a movie, and why can't people enjoy it? It's all about having fun, getting together, and being with your fellow gamer. Just so when you're old and grey, you can reminisce and be like, bloody hell, I remember when me and my buddies used to play Halo, or used to play The Division. Those were good times. That's what it's all about, in my opinion, and I couldn't agree more with you. Like, fun in gaming, keep it gaming. It's the best time to be a gamer nowadays. There's so much good stuff.
Oh yeah, man, and man, talking about virtual reality, man, that just kind of throws me into another topic. Is they have an upcoming E3, and I'm kind of wondering, in the back of my mind, they've been talking about this experimental thing with the 3D, the visual stuff, like what's it called, the Google glasses or whatever.
Oh,
And
HoloLens, is it? Or
HoloLens, that's it. Do you think that they're going to be using HoloLens in the E3 conference, because they've been hinting at it?
All I do know, I'm not sure if it was, I think it might have been Aaron Greenberg who said something about we're like, like, I know people at Microsoft, standard procedure, as they do in Sony, as they do at Nintendo. They every year they make a big deal of E3 because they have to. That's, E3 is a huge conference, as you're aware of, but this year, like Aaron Greenberg have said it, Phil Spencer have said it, they have emphasized on Microsoft's E3 this year being not only like massive and amazing like they say every year, but they have very much tried to emphasize that it's going to be different in some way. And the only way I can think of, because we've heard enough about DirectX 12, we've heard a lot about Windows 10, we know what to expect from those two, really. But HoloLens we don't know a great deal about, and that's the only other thing I can really think of. So I think with E3, it's more than likely we're going to see something very, very HoloLens orientated. Whatever that might be, I really can't say. Maybe a few games here and there. Like, I'd rather them not like go OTT talking HoloLens gaming, because end of the day, it's the very early doors. It's like Kinect, when Kinect first came out. You know, how much more can they show? There's still not that very many games with Kinect. But I think they are going to show off some features that they might not have shown off already, as it's a Microsoft product. But whether, in answer to your question, whether they'll like utilize the gaming element of HoloLens yet, I really don't know. But I imagine we'll see something. My estimation at one point was that, my prediction even, was that everyone in the audience would have a HoloLens under their chair, and they'd see like Phil Spencer doing his conference on the stage with their HoloLens on, or something silly like that. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see that, man. I probably won't watch it live, but I will end up watching it eventually. Man, yeah, that's really all I have to talk about today, mainly because it's going to take about 15 hours to upload this.
I can't even remember what topics we'd covered like after it had cut off. I know we talked about Pokemon Stadium. We talked about the podcast.
I think that was early on, and that we actually talked about Pokemon Stadium because we reminisced about Nintendo and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
No, really. The only thing I really want to ask you is, crap, what was it? When is the next podcast for you and Crispy Chris?
Well, me and Crispy Chris are going to be talking very soon regarding a new topic. We're not entirely. Obviously, this is just how we roll. This is how we do things, really. We don't overplan too early. We'll just get together in a party, like privatize a party, like me and you have now, and we'll just discuss like some topics in the gaming community at the moment, the latest news, and try and piece together like a heading for an episode, and then we'll decide on what day's best for us both to do it. So at the moment we haven't got anything, but all I can say, we will be making an announcement within this week, most likely. And also for anyone listening to this video now, if you haven't heard of the Welsh Crisp podcast, please go to my channel or Crispy Chris 62's channel and subscribe, and we'll be pumping out more episodes. And if you've missed any, go to my channel, go to the playlist and watch them, because they're fun to do, and hopefully people will enjoy watching them. But before we go, C-Note, I have a question for you, because I remember asking you this, and you answered it very well, and I enjoyed your answer, but unfortunately it cut you out. But my question to you, mate, is same as you asked me about the Welsh Crisp, what was your reason behind starting this interview with a gamer? Because when I saw it, I thought, what a brilliant idea, how original. And I want to hear your side of it. Like, what made you want to interview, not like the big, massive name gamers, but just the little guy like myself or Crispy Chris, the up-and-comers? Like, what was your passion behind it? What made you think of it?
Well, honestly, I just made a video the other day kind of explaining it in a very, very, very vague way. But here I'm going to tell you that... Oh, one second, I got to open this for my wife. There we go. Here we go. But the main reason behind me actually doing this was because whenever I listen to a bunch of YouTubers, I've been hearing all the big ones, all the big guys getting monotone and stuff like that, and I just don't hear the passion in their voice like I hear from like you and Crispy Chris and Microbots of X. You guys have this passion in your voice, in everything that y'all do. I can see your passion, and that's exactly what I want to talk about. That's what I want I want to know why y'all are so passionate about it. If it's just a fake passion or whatever, I just want to know because it's so interesting, and I want the community to see that there are people out there like you, me, Crispy Chris, Microbots that are just out there still loving the gaming community, still loving stuff about games. And I want to bring that to light. That's the whole reason behind this.
Mate, that is incredible and so admirable as well, because it's exactly like you said. Like with my channel, like, I'm just gonna say this out right now. Like with my channel, like sometimes I might only do a video once a week. Like sometimes I might do 4 a week. It just varies on what I want to talk about and if I want to put my effort in. Because you get some channels that'll just do a video for the sake of it, and like you said, the passion isn't there. That it's not it's obviously not a topic they're that bothered about. But with me, and I know it's the same with you, and I know it's the same with Chris, and it certainly is the same with Microbots as well. I can speak for us all saying this. But definitely with myself, like I'll only do a video that for me I want to put my heart and soul into, and like you know like my last Halo video, my last Gears of War video, it was a topic that I genuinely really wanted to get off my chest, and I hope the passion, I hope people who subscribe to my channel like can see the passion, because when you said that, like what you just said then about like talking to people like myself and Crispy Chris about the passion in gaming, that is my #1 priority in my channel. Is I want people to hear the passion in my voice, because that's all I do. Whether I do 1 video a month or 20 or 200, you can know for a fact that my videos, I've put my 110% effort in, and I'm very passionate about it. And I love it. And then for you to do something like this, Interview with a Gamer, just shows you're exactly the same way, and you're all about the passion in gaming, which is what a lot of people have lost, I think, over the last few years.
Oh yeah, and to be honest with you, in the last previous couple of like weeks, I've actually put up a few videos that I honestly wasn't proud of, and I took them down immediately because I didn't have the passion behind them. I was just reporting news, and I know some people report the news with passion, and I love that. But I personally cannot do it. I cannot go on there and report news that I just don't love. I just can't do it, and I'm not going to do it. And I know it's all about entertaining people, but if I can't entertain people with something I'm passionate about, then it wasn't meant to be.
No, totally, mate. It's like when Quantum Break was, you know, reported delayed. I mean, I'd seen a lot of videos of people saying about the Quantum Break being delayed, and yes, that's the latest news, and yes, it is good news as well. I mean, like it's like for me personally, I think it's a great idea to postpone it, but it wasn't enough for me to make a video about it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
It wasn't something. Yeah, it wasn't something that for me I thought, wow, I need to do a video. Like, it didn't really affect me like it did the other day when I read an article about Gears of War Remastered. That I wanted to talk about, so I put the effort into making a video. That's just how I work. A lot of people will, like you say, just make news videos for the sake of it. I'm not that way. If there's a topic that I want to talk about, you know, I can guarantee you that I'll do a passionate and very detailed video on my channel about that topic, because that's just how I like to do things.
But yeah, alright man, well it was good having you here, man, and we're going to end the video on that. So everybody out there, please thank you for watching this full video. Be sure to check BDrew1111 out. I'll leave his stuff I'll leave his link in the description below. I hope y'all have a great day. This is your boy C-Note and BDrew1111. You can say so.
Saying bye.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. I thought you were saying bye for the both of us. No, C-Note, again, man. I mean, apologies that it didn't work first time, but in the end, you know, it's turned out to be quite funny. So something we can tell the children. but no, thank you very much for having me back for a second round on the questioning. Your channel's fantastic, and I love what you do. And this interview with the gamer is fab. Thank you for having me. And again, guys, for anyone listening, please check out my channel. If you like it, drop a sub. If you don't, no problem. And yeah, again, Sino, thank you. This is BDrew1111, gamer tag BDrew93, and that's me. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.
Peace out.